Hello everyone and welcome back to my class. In this video I will cover class 8 maths chapter number 3 exercise 3.4. So for the previous exercise, if there is anybody who want to watch that video again, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can find out there. So the question number 1 of this exercise is state whether true or false. So we have to state whether true or false. A. All rectangles are square. So all rectangles can be a square. Is it true or false? False, isn't it? So because in rectangles only opposite sides are equal, but for square all sides are equal. So this will be what? This will be false. So this is false. Now B. All rhombus are parallelogram. All rhombuses means all the rhombus can be a parallelogram. This is true or false? This will be what? True, isn't it? Because yes, all rhombus can be a parallelogram. Now C. All squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. Yes, all square can be rhombuses, isn't it? Because in a square also all sides are equal, and for rhombus also the property is all sides are equal, and also rectangles. In rectangles, the what is the property? Opposite sides are equal. If all sides are equal for square, then opposite sides will be also equal, isn't it? So square are rhombuses and also a rectangle. So this will be what? True. Okay, to square we can say rectangles also, because for square property all sides are equal, and the rectangle property is what? Opposite sides are equal. So the rectangle property is also exist for square. Now question number D. All square are not parallelogram. Here it is written all square are not parallelogram. Yes, all square cannot be a parallelogram. So here what we will write? We will write false. Okay, now because all square are not parallelogram it is written, isn't it? But all square are parallelogram, because for parallelogram opposite sides are equal and parallel. So for square also opposite sides will be equal. If all sides are equal, then opposite will also be equal and also parallel. Now E. Now come to E questions. All kites are rhombuses. So what is the property of kites? Only two adjacent sides are equal and one opposite sides are equal, isn't it? But for rhombus all sides are equal, so this will be what? False. Now F. All rhombuses are kites. For kites adjacent sides are equal, and for rhombus all sides are equal. So yes, rhombus we can say as a kite also. So F will be what? True. Now G. All parallelograms are trapezium. So what is the property of trapezium? Only one pair will be what? One pair will be parallel, isn't it? For parallelogram opposite sides are what? Parallel, isn't it? So for trapezium only one pair will be parallel, but this property will exist, isn't it? So this will be what? True. Okay, because if both the sides will be parallel, then one side will be obviously parallel, isn't it? So other sides is parallel or not parallel, we can say this as what? Trapeziums also. So question G is what? True. Now H question. All square are trapezium. What is written here? All square are trapezium. So is it true? For square also opposite sides will be what? Parallel, isn't it? So yes, square are also trapezium. So H will also be what? True. Now come to next question. Question number 2. Question number 2. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. So we have to identify all the quadrilaterals, means there are so many types of quadrilaterals are there, isn't it? So we have to identify for which quadrilaterals they have four sides are equal. Four sides are equal for square, isn't it? First four sides are equal for square and also for rhombus. So for which quadrilateral all four sides will be in equal length? For square and rhombus. So answer will be what? Square and rhombus. So what will be the answer? Square and rhombus. Okay, square and rhombus, all four sides are equal length. Now question number B. So now for B questions, for right angle. What is right angle? Right angle means 90 degrees, isn't it? So for which quadrilateral? For which quadrilateral all angles are right angles? So first the answer will be what? Square. For square, all sides are what? 90 degrees, isn't it? And square and rectangle. So answer will be what? Square and rectangle. So you can see the answer. So answer number 2 will be what? Square and rectangle. For question number 2b, answer is square and rectangle. Now come to next question. Question number 3. Explain how a square is a rectangle. Okay, we have to explain how a square is a rectangle. So answer will be, so what will be the answer? A square is four-sided. So it is a what? The square is four-sided. So it is a quadrilateral. So any polygon with four-sided is what? Quadrilateral, isn't it? So a square is four-sided. So it is a quadrilateral. Now come to next question. Question number 2. Now question number 2. We have to explain how a square is what? Parallelogram, isn't it? Why square is a parallelogram? We have to explain. A square can be said as a parallelogram also, but why? We have to explain that. So the answer will be, a square has its opposite sides parallel. Because for parallel, what is the property? Opposite sides are parallel, isn't it? And also equal. So for square, all sides are equal and also parallel. So what you will write? A square has its opposite sides parallel, so it is a parallelogram. Understood? Now third question. Explain how a square is what? Rhombus. Now what is the property for rhombus? For rhombus, all sides are equal, isn't it? For rhombus, all sides are equal, and for square also. So answer what you will write? A square is a parallelogram with all sides, with all the four sides equal. Because for rhombus, all sides are equal and also opposites are parallel, isn't it? So what you will write? A square is a parallelogram with all the four sides equal, so it is a rhombus. Now last one is what? Explain how a square is rectangle. Now why a square is a rectangle? We have to explain. For rectangle, only opposite sides are equal, isn't it? So what you will write? A square is a parallelogram with each angles a right angle. Right angle means what? 90 degree. Because for rectangle, all angles are what? 90 degree also, isn't it? So a square is a parallelogram with each angle a right angle, so it is a rectangle. So you have to write in this way. Now come to next question. Question number 4. Now question number 4. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. Okay, means there are so many types of quadrilateral are there. So for which quadrilateral their diagonal bisect each other? Bisect each other means what? The bisector means it will bisect into a equal length. So what will be the answer? Parallelogram, because the diagonals of the parallelogram are also bisect each other, and rhombus also bisect each other, and square and also rectangles. Okay, these four. For these four types of rectangles, their diagonals are bisector. So what are the answer? Parallelogram, rhombus, square and rectangles, their diagonals are bisector. Now second question. Name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are perpendicular. Perpendicular means whose diagonal will make 90 degree. Okay, whose diagonal bisector will make 90 degree. Bisector of each other. So what will be the answer? The answer will be rhombus and square. So answer will be what? Rhombus and square. Because for rhombus also the diagonal will be a perpendicular bisector, and for square also it is perpendicular bisector. Now next question. 3 question are equal, means the length of the diagonal will be equal. Okay, for which quadrilateral the length of the diagonal will be same or equal? So the answer will be what? Square and rectangle. For square and for rectangle, their diagonals, you know what is diagonal, isn't it? Suppose this is what? Square. Now these are the diagonals, A, B, C, D, isn't it? This is what? Square. Now diagonals are equal means what? AC is equal to DB. Okay, these are diagonal. So for square and for rectangle, their diagonal will be equal, and also bisector. Again bisector, suppose they meet each other at what? O, isn't it? Now O means OA will be equal to OC. This is called bisector. In the same way, OB will be equal to OD. So it is called what? Bisectors. Now come to next question. Now question number 5, explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Convex quadrilateral, I have explained in the introduction part also what is convex quadrilateral. For any quadrilateral, if the diagonal will be the interior, okay, if the diagonal will be inside that figure, means interior, then that is called what? Convex quadrilateral. Suppose I will draw one rectangle. Now this is rectangle ABCD, suppose, okay. Now if I will draw the diagonal, so now these are the diagonal, so this is called convex quadrilateral. Why? Because both the diagonal lie in its interior, okay, both the diagonal will lie in its interior. So you can write both of its diagonal lie in its interior. Interior means what? Inside, isn't it? If this diagonal will be here outside, then that is not a convex quadrilateral. So we are done with question number 5. Now next question, question 6. ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint of the sides opposite to the right angle. Side opposite to the right angle means which is the right angle here? We can see from the figure B is the right angle, isn't it? Because B is what? 90 degrees. So 90 degrees called right angle, and means opposite to this O is the midpoint. So O is the midpoint of this AC. But how we can say that O is the midpoint? Okay, we have to explain that. Now explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. We have to explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. Means these all are equidistant, means the length of OA is equal to OB and equal to OC. Why all these three are equal, we have to explain. Now what is given here? The dotted line are drawn additionally to help you. So you can see this dotted line, isn't it? This dotted line you can see. Now from this dotted line, what we can say? We can say AD is parallel to what? DC. And also AB is parallel to DC. And AC and BD are the diagonals. And if they are parallelogram, their diagonal what? Bisect each other, isn't it? Their diagonal bisect each other means what? Their diagonals bisect each other means OA will be equal to OC. In the same way, OB will be equal to OD. So solution. This was the given figure, isn't it? ABCD. And we have to prove that O is the midpoint of line AC. Now we have constructed this part. So what we got? We got AD is parallel to BC and also AB. AB is again parallel to DC. So in parallelogram ABCD, the midpoint of diagonal AC is what? O. So the midpoint of diagonal AC is diagonal and the midpoint will be what? O, isn't it? Because the diagonal are bisector for parallelogram. So O will be the midpoint of line AC. So we got the proof. So this was the last question of this chapter. So thank you all of you for watching my video. If you will like my video, then please do like and subscribe to my channel, and bye bye and see you soon in my next video.